I hosted a vote in my Discord server where I had GPO players vote on which One Piece weapons they want to see added to the game. Here are the results. So at number 10, we had the Kogatana, and this was surprising to me as this weapon is pretty underwhelming. If you aren't familiar, this is the name of Mihawk's small knife. I'm 99% sure people voted for this knife purely because of its association with Mihawk. At number 9, we have one of Zoro's swords, Shusui. This sword was originally wielded by the legendary samurai Ryuma, but later fell into the hands of Zoro after he defeated Ryuma's zombie at Thriller Bark. Now, at number 8, we have Ace's knife. And this weapon would be hard to implement into GPO, as Ace is never actually shown using it in the anime. So the GPO dev team would have to get creative and think of their own moveset for this weapon. At number 7, we have Brook's cane sword, Soul Solid. This sword is very similar to the candy cane sword that's already in the game, but I would hope that if it was implemented, it would have a completely different moveset and playstyle, completely unique and separate to candy cane. Coming in at number 6, we have Sabo's pipe. Now this weapon is definitely very unique and different from the typical standard sword. However, it is pretty much a simple weapon, so unless it was made with it being a melee supported weapon in mind, then it would probably end up just being a very simple, boring weapon. Now at number 5, we have the Ame no Habikiri. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I think the last thing we need is more katana reskins. However, this is what the community voted for, so I'll still include it in the list. At number 4, we have Ace. No, not the character, I'm talking about the sword belonging to the deceased pirate king Gold D. Roger. Now this sword is basically just a big cutlass, but I'm sure the GPO devs could do something interesting with it. Before I mention the last few on the list, I would like to quickly talk about some of the honorable mentions. These are weapons that didn't get enough votes to make it into the top 10, but I think would still be pretty cool to see in game. And they are as follows: Kikako, that's Law's sword, the Sorcery Climb Attack, Kuro Kabuto, Kaido's Kanobo, and Smoker's Jite. Okay, now onto the top 3. At number 3, we have the katana known as Enma. This sword is pretty cool on its own, but what really makes it unique is its distinctive trait of drawing out Buso Haki from its wielder in excessive amounts when swung. And this could be implemented into GPO in the form of a huge buff to damage with a sword of Haki on it, or the drawback of draining the user's Haki faster. And this might give one sword style or two sword style the buff that it needs to be like completely broken. So maybe Furry would have to take this approach very carefully and definitely make sure it's balanced and not too OP. Moving on to number 2, we have Katakuri's Trident, Mogura. And this weapon is unique and really powerful. It has a lot of range, but it would also be a really fast weapon in game, and that would make it really different because, for example, you have like Ilo's Hammer or Kirabachi, they're pretty slow, but this weapon would have the kind of range of those weapons, but also really fast. This would make it really similar to the spear form of Golden Staff that is already in the game. And with Mochi confirmed for release within the next few updates, it would definitely be cool to see Mogura release as well. Finally, at number 1, we have the weapon that has already been showcased quite a lot in old sneak peeks, and that is Mihawk's sword, Yoru. And Yoru is one of the strongest swords in One Piece, and would likely be equally as powerful in the Grand Peace Online game. From the attacks that I've seen showcased in the past, this sword would definitely be viable in PvP, with a long range block break and a high damage rapid slashes style move. Overall, I definitely expected this weapon to win, considering how much of a fan favourite it is. Okay, that's where I'm going to end the video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to show some support to my channel, then please consider liking, commenting and subscribing. With that out of the way, I hope you have a great day, evening, whatever time it is for you guys, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye guys.